Welcome to Science Access. In today's class, we'll be starting our Metazoa series with the introduction to Metazoa, and we'll be following this outline. Introduction to Metazoa, where we'll be talking about what Metazoa is, the characteristics, and we'll be introducing you to two phyla, the phylum Placozoa, which is the most primitive Metazoa, and the phylum Mesozoa. What is the meaning of the term Metazoa? Multicellular animals are collectively called metazoa. In other words, metazoa is a term used to describe all multicellular animals. The characteristics of metazoa include the fact that they are heterotrophic, usually motile. They are multicellular organisms that are formed from the embryo. Note that the term motile means that they can move. Metazoa are broadly divided into invertebrates and vertebrates. Note that as we move from the most primitive metazoa to a more complex group, their cells begin to specialize into tissues and organs. There is now division of labor. Take a look at the complex mammal being displayed on the screen. The eyes, which is an organ, is being used for sight or for seeing. Now, the eyes is being made up of cells. These cells come together to form tissues, and tissues specialize to form organ or come together to form organ, and this organ is used for a particular function. So as we move from the lower phyla to the more complex phyla, there is specialization in this organism. In general, metazoa possess great diversity with more than 25 phyla. However, only one phylum, termed the chordata, possesses notochord. Note that the vertebrate is under this phylum. The remaining phyla are under the group invertebrate, and they possess numerous phyla under this group. Let's talk about the most primitive metazoa, termed the Placozoa. So let's discuss the phylum Placozoa. As I mentioned earlier, Placozoans are the most primitive metazoa, and they are extremely simple animals. They inhabit the marine environment, and they are usually free living. What are the characteristics of the Placozoans? As you expect, they are small, flat, and round with two distinct body sides, the dorsal side and the ventral side, as you can see from the diagram. They lack truly specialized tissue or organ. Note that they possess loosely bonded tissue. Placozoans possess smallest amount of DNA ever measured for any animals, and their body is made up of few thousands of cells, usually of few types. Reproduction in this organism is usually through fusion and budding. Some types of cells in the body of the Placozoas include the epithelial cells, as you can see from the diagram, the crystal cells, what is sometimes called the shining fair cells, the gland cells, the fiber cells, and lipophill cells, what is sometimes called the cylinder cells, because of their cylinder shape, as you can see from the diagram. Their body may be divided into the dorsal or upper layer and ventral or bottom layer. The dorsal side is actually made up of the dorsal epithelial cells, while the bottom side or the ventral side is made up of the lipophill cells, the gland cells, and the ventral epithelial cells. They possess cilia for locomotion. Look at the diagram, you can see the cilia which is present in this organism. Example of the organism are actually being displayed. They feed on algae and protozoa, which are actually extracellularly digested. Extracellular digestion means that digestion actually takes place outside the cell of the organism. The last phylum which we are going to discuss today is phylum Mesozoa. The term meso means middle and zoa, animals. Metazoa was actually assumed to be the missing link between the single-cell protozoa and the multicellular metazoa. This group was actually discovered by scientist Van Breden in 1876. Currently, they are not regarded as the missing link. They are composed of about 50 species of small, ciliated multicellular animals. They actually act as parasites of marine invertebrates. What are the characteristics of Metazoa? They are worm-like organisms, as you can see from the diagram. They actually lack digestive system, respiratory, nervous, and even excretory system. They are primitive organisms, so they lack the system level of organization. They are usually small in size and their body consists of two layers. Mesozoa are classified into two groups, class Rhombozoa and class Octonectida. Note that these groups differ greatly such that scientists are considering elevating them into a separate phyla. This is the end of the lecture Introduction to Metazoa. Please do the assignment being displayed on the screen and send your answers to biologyaccess@gmail.com. Please subscribe to support this channel. Thank you.